Welcome to The Explainer. You know, Dubai is a city famous for building the future. But today, we're going way back to uncover the story of its very first major structure, the Fahidi Fort. And trust me, this isn't just Dubai's oldest building, it's the anchor of its entire history.
So, when I say Dubai, what pops into your head? Probably something like this, right? The Burj Khalifa, skyscrapers touching the clouds, just pure futuristic vision. But every story has a beginning, and Dubai's story starts over here, as a small pearl diving village. The heart of that village, its protector, was a single defensive fortress. This fort isn't just a footnote in Dubai's history. It's the very seed that the entire modern city sprouted from.
So let's dive right into Dubai's oldest secret. We're going to explore Al Fahidi Fort, a building made from the land and sea itself, long before Dubai became the global hub we all know today. Okay, get this, 1787. That's the year we're talking about. To give you some context, that's the same year the U.S. Constitution was signed. This fort is, without a doubt, the oldest building still standing in the whole city. It's a real survivor from a time before oil was even a thought, when everything, and I mean everything, revolved around the sea. Now, this place was so much more than just a bunch of walls. Think of it as the original command center for the entire city. Its main job? A defensive stronghold, protecting the super important pearl trade from raids. But it was also the seat of power. This is where Dubai's rulers lived. It was a weapons arsenal, a garrison, and yeah, when they needed one, it was also a prison. Basically, it was the whole shebang.
And how they built it is just genius. We're not talking about concrete and steel here. The walls of this fort were made from coral and shells, literally pulled from the local area and then stuck together with lime. How cool is that? And it wasn't just about using what was around. It was incredibly smart. Those materials were a natural insulator, like a low-tech solution to that intense desert heat.
But the fort's story didn't stop once its job as a military base was over. Oh no, you could say its most important role was actually still ahead of it, becoming a guardian of the very history it helped create. This timeline is just fascinating because it almost perfectly mirrors Dubai's own journey. So it starts in 1787 as a defense base. It does that job for nearly 2 centuries. Then, bam, 1971, and this is huge. The very same year the UAE was officially formed, the fort gets a new life as the Dubai Museum. And now, it's changing again with a massive high-tech restoration project set to be finished around 2025, making sure its legacy sticks around.
So, what was it actually like inside? Well, when it was open as the Dubai Museum, it was this incredible time capsule, a real trip back to see what life in old Dubai was all about.
Okay, check this out. One of the coolest, literally, features of the fort is something called a bargil, which is a wind tower. The best way to think about it? It's like an ancient, totally natural air conditioner. Seriously, this brilliant design catches any breeze and funnels it down inside the building, creating a cooling system that was absolutely essential for getting through those crazy hot summers.
And inside the museum, the experience gets really immersive. I'm talking about these amazing life-size dioramas and galleries. They don't just tell you about history, they let you walk right through it, recreating the sights and sounds of daily life in the pre-oil era.
And the details are what really bring it all to life. I mean, you could wander through a courtyard and see the traditional dhows, the boats used for pearl diving, or step inside a recreated summer house. You could walk through bustling souks and see the tools the craftsmen and merchants used. It just gives you this incredible feel for how deeply life was connected to both the desert and the sea.
But get this, the history here goes back even further than the fort itself, way further. The museum is home to some incredible archaeological finds from nearby sites. We're talking pottery, weapons, tools, and some of them date back to the 3rd millennium BC. That's proof that people have been living and working in this area for more than 5,000 years. Just incredible.
Which brings us to what's happening right now. The fort is in the middle of another huge transformation, a project that's all about making sure its story and its walls are still here for future generations.
And let me be clear, this is not just a quick patch-up job. No way. This is a super meticulous, high-tech preservation project. They're using things like laser scanners and vibration sensors to study every single inch of the fort. The goal is to make sure the restoration is totally authentic, but also strong enough to last for centuries to come.
And that really gets to the heart of what this is all about. It's not just about saving an old building. It's about a vision of blending that deep cultural preservation with modern innovation.
It's about connecting Dubai's past with its world-famous, innovative future. It's a powerful statement that your history is a huge part of your identity.
So, why does all this matter? I mean, in a city packed with architectural wonders, why focus on this one old fort? Well, because it's a real, tangible link to Dubai's soul. It's this powerful reminder that before all the glitz and the global ambition, there was a story of resilience, community, and pure ingenuity, built from coral and shells right on the creek.
So, in a city that's always defined by its future, how do you hold on to the past? I think Fahidi Fort is the perfect answer. In a place that's constantly racing forward, this fort stands as a quiet, timeless monument to where it all began. And it proves something really important. If you truly want to understand the future of a place like Dubai, you have to start by understanding the foundations it was built on.